This just in, the effects of the SVB crash has affected over 100,000 technology companies, and we finally got word as to what caused this issue. Hey everyone, sorry for the news intro. You know that's not how we do things here. This is our monthly trends blog, so today I have 2 trends and 3 points of advice for each. You probably got it already, but we're going to be talking in detail about the SVB 2023 crash and how to get through this if impacted. And also on a lighter note, how to utilize communities to acquire new clients, ideas, and raise brand awareness. Let's talk about it. The recent news of the SVB 2023 collapse has left many people concerned about the future of their finances. What really caused the incident that occurred in March 2023? There were talks about a software glitch that affected the systems of Silicon Valley Bank, a major player in the world of technology banking. But after diving deeper, the evidence is pointing towards a much different cause. In the description box below, I'm including a link to an article on TechCrunch, where the downfall of SVB is looked at with a detailed timeline. The collapse is said to have been due to a combination of factors, including the bank's exposure to high-risk loans, inadequate risk management, and a lack of diversification in its loan portfolio. Now, according to the timeline, SVB's troubles began in early 2022 when the bank's loan portfolio suffered from high levels of defaults due to exposure to high-risk loans to the technology sector. This caused the bank's stock price to fall, which in turn led to a liquidity crisis. The bank tried to address its financial difficulties by raising additional capital and selling off non-core assets, but these efforts were not enough to stabilize the situation. By the end of 2022, the bank was facing mounting losses and was at risk of defaulting on its own debt obligations. All of this led to unrest amongst its customers, and they tried to make withdrawals summing up to $42 billion for safety reasons. This then caused the bank to run out of funds, and that's where all hell broke loose. That day, March 10th, the bank was seized by regulators. This spiraled and began impacting other banks, such as Signature Bank, also collapsing and being seized by regulators. Ultimately, the full impact of the collapse may not be fully known for some time, as the incident continues to unfold and its ramifications are becoming clear. However, some experts have speculated that the incident could lead to increased scrutiny for the technology banking industry, particularly around issues related to cybersecurity and risk management. President Biden addressed this saying, "I'm going to ask Congress and the banking regulators to strengthen the rules for banks to make it less likely this kind of bank failure would happen again." Just a few companies that were impacted by this collapse were Roku, Roblox, Etsy, and Pinterest. These are the companies that were impacted, yes, but more worry goes out to the startups that are scrambling right now due to the whole situation. Now, if you're worried that your money isn't safe, there's an article you can find in the description box that talks about even though this is the second biggest bank crash in US history, it's not likely to set off a second global financial crisis. Now, Biden's a busy guy, so I'm not expecting him to make a video giving us key takeaways or advice, so I'll do my best to leave you uplifted after this video. Let's take a look at 3 takeaways I can honestly recommend anyone consider, whether you've been impacted, might be impacted, or might be impacted by similar issues down the road. Know your client's financial situation. This is important for 2 reasons. First, it can help you anticipate any potential cash flow issues or payment delays. Second, it helps you to build strong relationships with your clients by demonstrating that you understand their business and are invested in the success. Make a habit of checking in with your clients regularly and staying up to date on their financial situation. Making sure you're paid on time. This is crucial for any business, but it can be challenging to enforce payment terms without damaging client relationships. One approach is to be firm but friendly when following up on overdue payments, emphasizing that prompt payment is important for both parties. You might also want to consider offering incentives for early payment or penalties for late payment to encourage compliance. Educate your team on the importance of timely payments. This can help ensure that everyone is aligned on this critical issue. Make sure that everyone in your organization understands your payment terms and policies and that they have the tools and resources needed to manage the payment process effectively. Consider offering training or support to help your team build their skills in this area and recognize and reward good performance to reinforce positive behaviors. To summarize, the SVB 2023 crash is a sobering reminder of the importance of diversification and risk management in the world of finance. While the immediate impact of this incident may be significant, it's also important to remain calm and focus on protecting yourself and your business. By maintaining open communication with your financial institution, considering alternative sources for funding, and managing your cash flow effectively, you can weather the storm and emerge stronger on the other side. Before we get to our next trend, I'd be extremely grateful if you just took 1 second to hit the subscribe button, and feel free to leave any comments or thoughts you have. Now, on to our next trend, the power of B2B communities. In recent years, more and more B2B companies are turning to community building to attract and retain customers. There's a study by Higher Logic that talks about how building a community increases customer engagement and retention. But communities aren't just good for retaining customers. They can also be an effective acquisition channel and great for building brand awareness. Salesforce actually found that companies with engaged communities experienced a 67% increase in lead conversion rates compared to those without. So how do you build a successful B2B community? Here are my 3 tips. First things first, choose the right platform. There are many different platforms that you can use to build a community, such as Slack, LinkedIn, Reddit, and even Facebook. The key is to choose the right platform that fits your audience and your goals. For example, if you're targeting a highly technical audience, a forum or Slack group might be your best option. Next thing, provide value. Your company should be a place where members can learn, share ideas, and get support. Make sure you're providing valuable content and resources that are relevant to your audience. This will help to keep them engaged and coming back for more. Last but not least, foster engagement. Encourage members to participate in discussions and share their own experiences and expertise. This can help to create a sense of community ownership and make members feel invested in the success of the community. Additionally, regularly interacting with members and responding to their questions and concerns can help to build trust and establish your brand as a thought leader in your industry. By creating a community around your brand, you can attract potential customers who share your values and are interested in your products or services. But understand this, building a community is not something that you can achieve overnight. It requires a consistent effort to engage your audience and build relationships. Let me give you a quick example. We at Belkins have our own community that we started a year ago, and we have 1,500 members, 40% of which are heavily active. The sky is the limit, to be honest, and the more members you have, the more insights, brand awareness, and potential clients you can get. In conclusion, building a community can be a powerful tool for B2B companies looking to attract and retain customers. By choosing your ideal platform, providing value, and fostering engagement, companies like yours can build a strong brand reputation and drive revenue growth. The time to start is now. Have a good one, and if you've made it to the end, don't forget to subscribe.